Hey gang, I hope you're doing well. I'm just putting out a quick video here walking through the setup of Tabletop Simulator with specific regard to playing the newly released print and play Mass Mutation decks from Fantasy Flight. Again, so this isn't going to be a comprehensive how to use Tabletop Simulator. It's exclusively how to play the new Mass Mutation decks on Tabletop Simulator. So I'll have a bunch of links in the video description below, the first of which will be a link to Tabletop Simulator. So first you'll need to get Tabletop Simulator and have it installed. Assuming you can sort that out, this is where you'll go next. So you'll pull up Tabletop Simulator, and before you launch it, we actually need to go install a couple mods or workshop items. So if you go to the kind of splash page for Tabletop Simulator, you can go over here and hop in the workshop. Next, you're going to go ahead and search for KeyForge. Now there's a bunch of really great mods. I'm going to talk about 3 today, but there's really only 2 that you specifically need. As the first one you need is KeyForge Ultimate, HD, all languages scripted by Fen. So you can click that. It's by Fen and also maintained by Sky Jedi. So what you'll be able to do and what you'll need to do is subscribe to this mod. So you'll select that to subscribe. It will download the mod elements. So you'll need that one. And then the second one you'll specifically need is this KeyForge Mass Mutation spoiler decks workshop item. So this one is just made by Sky Jedi and updated today. He's super speedy. So you make sure you subscribe to that one. And then the last one that I would recommend but is not required is this KeyForge Tokens one. This KeyForge Tokens workshop mod by, again, the legend Sky Jedi. And we'll talk a little bit about that. This basically adds some infinite bags and some ward and rage tokens and whatnot. All right, so once you've subscribed to as many mods as you want, but at least specifically those 2 base ones, you'll head on over to Tabletop Simulator. You can go ahead and launch this, and once you get that done, you'll need to create a game. So you create a game, presumably multiplayer. You don't need to do multiplayer. You can play the single player if you want to just kind of play around with the decks and whatnot. Create a server, and you should see something kind of like this. It's going to look different just because I have used Tabletop Simulator quite a bit. I have a bunch of different mods installed. But you'll want to go to the workshop. You'll select workshop, and in here you should see that KeyForge Ultimate Mod that you had subscribed to earlier. So you'll start by clicking that and loading the mod. Depending on your computer, this might take a hot second or 2 to load. So you just might have to be a little bit patient. But when that's done, you'll see something like this. And again, I'm not going to go through the specifics of how to use this mod and interact with elements in this mod, but I will put a link in the video description to a great rundown by Chris over with CritCamp that goes more in detail about installing and using all this stuff. The important thing that I want to call out is essentially spawning these decks, the Mass Mutation decks, inside of this this KeyForge room. So to do that, you'll go up to the Games button here. You'll click there. Again, you're going to go to Workshop. And instead of looking for KeyForge Ultimate, you're going to be looking for that KeyForge Mass Mutation spoiler decks. And now, whatever you do, I know you're already thinking about it, don't click on it. If you click on it, it's going to spawn like a table and stuff in here, and it's not going to be great. Instead, what you want to do is hit this little options button, select that. You're going to hit expand, and that will show you all the elements from within this mod pack, or whatever it's called. In particular, there are the 4 marketing decks. The 2 marketing decks, and then the 2 recently released print and play decks. So to pull these in, you essentially just drag them. That's it. It's that simple. And yeah, then you can close out of this, and you've got your decks. If you flip them over, I think the Archon card's on the bottom, and then you got your deck of 36 cards. So then you're good to play. I do want to mention, because I mentioned a little bit earlier, I do think that the updated tokens are really good. So again, you can go to Games, hit Workshop, and go to KeyForge Tokens. It'll be the same exact situation. You'll hit Options, you'll expand, and you can grab whatever whatever elements you want. So if you want the new stun tokens, you can do that. There's also ward and enrage. These are just infinite bags, so you can constantly pull tokens out of them. There's also a handful of things like armor, damage, power, and these amber counters that actually work as counters, which is really cool. So instead of having to have a bunch of different damage tokens, you can just grab one. You can grab one, and then if you kind of click on the center, you can increase it, and if you right click, you can decrease it. And this works for damage, armor, power, and then these amber counters, and then there are separately just amber tokens that you can use. Anyways, I hope that's helpful. I hope you get some enjoyment out of playing these Mass Mutation decks that Fantasy Flight was kind enough to publish. And if you like this video, I guess share it around so your friends can see it, and I will hopefully see you all in the next video.